because this is indeed a bit of a lengthy one. Are you all set, fellas?
And strength of character. These qualities are embodied by the recipients of the Medal of Honor. Now let's recognize this week's Medal of Honor recipient on O'Neill Outside. Sergeant
Thomas Baker, February the 15th, Medal of Honor. He was in the Mariana Islands in July of 1944. When his entire company was held up by fire from automatic weapons and small arms fire from enemy positions, Sergeant Baker voluntarily took a bazooka and dashed alone, that is, to within 100 yards of the enemy. Through heavy rifle and machine gun fire, he knocked out the strong point, enabling his company to assault the ridge. Days later, Sergeant Baker again voluntarily took up a position in the rear to protect the company against a surprise attack and came upon 2 heavily fortified enemy pockets manned by 2 officers and 10 enlisted men, which had been bypassed. Without regard for such superior numbers, he unhesitatingly attacked and killed them all. 500 yards later, he discovered a 6-man enemy force that had concealed themselves behind our lines, and he killed all of them. On July 44, the perimeter of which Sergeant Baker was part was attacked from 3 sides by 3,000 to 5,000 Japanese. During the early stages of the attack, Sergeant Baker was seriously wounded, but he insisted on remaining in the line and fired at the enemy at ranges sometimes as close as 5 yards until his ammunition ran out. Sergeant Baker refused to be removed any farther, stating that he preferred to be left to die rather than risk the lives of any more of his friends. And he was placed in a sitting position against a small tree. Another soldier, withdrawing, offered assistance. Sergeant Baker refused, insisting that he be left alone and be given a pistol with its remaining 8 rounds. When last seen alive, Sergeant Baker was propped up against a tree, pistol in hand, calmly facing the foe. Later, Sergeant Baker's body was found in the same position. Gun was empty, with 8 Japanese dying before him. His deeds were in keeping with the highest traditions of the U.S. Army. Thomas Baker died July 1944. He was 28 years old. And that, my listeners, is a hero.